Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I will be sharing how I got into UofT Rotman and how I got $25,000 in scholarship as a domestic student. So let's talk about grades. So in terms of grades, I think my grades are, I would say, above average or just average because I know people who got in with like a 99, 100. Trust me, that was not me. My average was a 97. And here in Ontario, we do top six. So here is my top six score. So for English and calculus, those two are the mandatory courses that you need to submit a grade for UofT Rotman. So for English, I got a 97, Calc, I got a 95, Advanced Functions, I got 96, CS, I got a 99, International Business, 97, and Chemistry, 95. Okay, so now let's do short answers. So in terms of the UofT Rotman short answers, written questions, essentially it's just listing two activities or experience that you had in high school, talk about the time commitment and also what did you learn from that, etc. So for me, or what I highly suggest you to do is, since it's two activities, pick one that is related to the program. So in this case, business for Rotman Commerce. And number two, just something that you are interested in or something that is unique about you so that the admission officers kind of remember you. So for me, for the academic part, I did DECA because DECA is business competition and I want to show my leadership. And number two, I did theater. Theater, it's one of my interests. I guess I'm a theater kid now, but like I was just really into theater and arts in general, and that's something I guess unique about me. So the second part to the UofT Rotman application is the video response. So there is no one-on-one, so you won't be having an interview with the actual human person. You're just online and then you will be recording your response and upload it to the website or to the application portal. So for the video response, it's tell me about yourself, tell us one thing that you're passionate about, and describe any unique perspective or experiences that you could bring to Rotman Commerce. So for me, I think in terms of the video response, why there is a video and a written response is the video response wants to see if you are a great communicator and also displaying your personality. They want to see if your vibes, match with UofT, let's say. So for me, I wrote like a quick script about this, but you don't have to. So I'll post it here too. The video response, I believe there's also maybe like two improv, which means that it's all randomized questions and then you just have to answer, like they will give you like a 30-second preparation and you just need to answer it. And honestly, my biggest tip for that is just be yourself. Make sure that your communication or response is very well structured. For example, like, oh, what would you do if there's a conflict within your group? Then you should structure it as in, there are 4 steps that I would take if there is a conflict that arises in my group. Number 1, blah, blah, blah. Number 2, blah, blah, blah. I think making it very structured and very clear to the admission officers is a great way to stand out. Out of the two, Trinity and Victoria, you can only apply to one. So I applied to Victoria. So I'm not sure about Trinity's application and how that works. But for Victoria, it's if you apply and if the admission officers think that you deserve, like your application is really, really well written and you are a very strong candidate, then they will also give you a scholarship. I believe the highest scholarship that you could get is $5,000. Yeah, because I got $5,000 through my Victoria College. Like I got into Victoria College using this application, and also I got $5,000 from Victoria College as well. So for my 3 activities, I wrote about DECA, of course. So I wrote about Ontario DECA being a master and master's council because that holds a lot of I wanted to display my leadership skills, not only my passion for business as well, because I had to create lectures and workshops for more than 10,500 competitors. The other activity I talked about was theater, as you can see, because it was a huge part of my entire application. And I wrote a whole play and production. If you want to know more details about it, you can check my Common App application, which I probably explained a bit more in detail. So I think in these three activities, what you want to do and make sure is that they cover kind of every aspect of your high school experience. So I did one for academic, I did one outside of school, so like, volunteering, and I did one for my interest, which is theater. So for this one, you do need to do a bit of research, and I think that's also the reason why I think I got that $5,000 as well, is because I did thorough research and very niche programs as well, so that they're like, oh my gosh, like you're actually interested in Victoria College. Okay, let's give you some money, that type of vibe. Examples of small programs or small initiatives or small events that Victoria has offered. I talked about Vic One program, and Vic One program is a separate program that you need to have an application for. If you guys are interested about that, I could also post my Vic One program application as well, because I did apply and I did get in. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And I also talked about the transition mentor program. This is it's throughout the year essentially, but it's more introduced during orientation week. So just do some research on the Victoria College website, and I'm sure that there are a lot of stuff they could write about. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about the UFT Awards. So as you already know, I got $5,000 from Victoria College, and you might be wondering, where did the other 20K come from? Well, the 20K, the $20,000 came from UFT. So I got two scholarships, one from Victoria and one from UFT in general. So I forgot the actual name of both scholarships, so I'll put it up on the screen. I just listed out every single every single school involvement that I was in. To be honest, I I didn't join a lot of school clubs. Like mostly all of my extracurriculars were outside of school, but I managed to fulfill like a list 5 of them. Most of them were business, arts. So there's DECA. I also did business council, so 2 business, and 1 local volunteer or nonprofit organization, Creators Joy, 1 sport, which is badminton, and 1 arts, which is arts council. As you can see, all 5 of them kind of have like a sort of theme together. I'm not sure if, that plays a part, but just letting you know. The community involvement is also under 2.5K, and I listed 7 events actually. So the first one, Ontario Masters Council. So for Ontario DECA, theater. So theater was like a 2-year project, and it was kind of like, initiative, entrepreneurship, startup, that type of vibe. Even though it's not a startup, as in I created a whole company, but I did write a whole play. I did reach out to nonprofit organizations for funding. So it does have that, entrepreneurship mindset that they might be looking for. I also talked about me volunteering for nonprofit organizations, for example, CICS. I also talked about the big project that's just a not mini project, it was like a nationwide project by a nonprofit organization once again during COVID. And I also I also volunteered at Wordswell, but that was 140-ish hours. And number 7, I just wrote about my coding online camp, Code with Classy. And part 4 is leadership. So leadership, I think this is also the part I think it also one of my stronger points, I would say. So number 1, Ontario Masters Council for DECA. Always quantify. I helped 10,500 Ontario competitors, which is a pretty big number. And also I'll talk about DECA Mackenzie chapter. So in my school chapter for DECA, I was the co-president. So we talked about, doing holiday case studies, like mock provincials, etc. And Who Killed Friday? Yes, this is the theater play that I was talking about, how I was the producer and also the scriptwriter and kind of like the stage manager too. So basically I managed everything. But yeah. And then there's also Guzheng Ensemble. I was kind of the chair, I would say, or the leader of the ensemble. So that was pretty cool. Also, Arts Council. Arts Council, we usually host school-wide events. Usually, we produce a revenue of 2K for every single production, and we would have around, I mean, it's like 4 to 5 big and small events each year. So we do generate a lot of revenue for each year to the art department at my school. And I was the president for 2 years at Arts Council. Let me tell you, that was, yeah, we don't talk about it. It was chaotic and it was fun too, but it's good. I'll rant about it some other time. And the last part, this is additional information, also 2.5K less of characters. You could talk about your achievements. And I think achievements is also the part where it kind of blew the admission officers away and they're like, hey, I think this girl deserves the 20K. So this is what I put. I put DECA ICTC, so I got second place internationally for my marketing event, STDM, Sports and Entertainment. Then I listed the Canadian International Music Competition, so CIMC MoMA. I was a two-time first place winner, so duet and also group. That was platinum at Toronto Kiwanis Music Festival for also duet and ensemble. Just saying, all the music stuff related, it's all guzheng. Like, I mean, I play other instruments too, but most of the quote unquote impressive achievements, they're all from guzheng. So there's that. And then also listed I was a Ontario volunteer. I got the Ontario Volunteer Service Award and I was a two-time recipient from two different nonprofit organizations. About a bit of STEM related because I'm like a STEM plus business girly, I guess. So I talked about math and computer science competitions. So I just listed all of the Waterloo competitions that I've done. It's nothing too crazy. It's just the basic, average Ontario student math contest, and all of them are just like top 25%. Yeah. And then I talked about the Target Alpha Stock Pitch Competition. This is hosted by Target Alpha. Stock Pitch Competition, we got top finalist. So I just wrote that it was open to all Canadian high school students. So technically we were a national finalist. And also college board distinction. So I did AP because I applied for US application as well. If you want to see my US application and how I got into CMU, you could check that link out. If there are any questions, and please like and subscribe.